Welcome to Buzz Around the Globe. New York's highest court on Thursday overturned disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein's 2020 conviction on sex crime charges, a shock reversal in one of the most defining cases of the Me Too movement. In its 4-3 decision, the Court of Appeals found the trial judge had erred in admitting the testimony of women who were not named in the charges brought against Weinstein and ordered a new trial. The ruling, however, does not affect a separate 16-year rape sentence handed down in California in 2022, meaning the once untouchable Hollywood heavyweight will remain behind bars. The judge wrote in an opinion for the majority, the accused has a right to be held to account only for the crime charged, and thus allegations of prior bad acts may not be admitted against them for the sole purpose of establishing their propensity for criminality. Judge who dissented against the ruling said, with today's decision, this court continues to thwart the steady gains survivors of sexual violence have fought for in our criminal justice system. Forgotten are the women who bear the psychological trauma of sexual violence and the scars of testifying again and again. The Court of Appeals' decision to overturn the conviction rested on the fact that the trial judge allowed prosecutors to rely on so-called Molyneux witnesses who were allowed to testify about their experiences despite not being part of the charges brought against the defendant, in an exception to the normal rules surrounding evidence. Bombshell allegations broke against the Academy Award-winning producer in 2017, launching the #MeToo movement that paved the way for women to fight back against sexual violence in the workplace. Weinstein had been convicted in a New York court in February 2020 of the rape and sexual assault of ex-actress Jessica Mann in 2013 and of forcibly performing oral sex on former production assistant in 2006. He was later sentenced to 23 years in prison. A statement from the Silence Breakers, which is a group of women who banded together to report Weinstein's misconduct, said, "The news today is not only disheartening, but it's profoundly unjust. But this ruling does not diminish the validity of our experiences or our truth. It's merely a setback." Weinstein was also convicted by a Los Angeles court and sentenced to an additional 16 years in prison for the rape of a woman in a Beverly Hills hotel room. That sentence was originally supposed to be served after his New York sentence. #MeToo founder Tarana Burke told reporters, "This is not a blow to the movement. It is a clarion call, and we are prepared to answer that call. We are devastated for the survivors who are connected to this case and the survivors who had found some solace and catharsis in the original verdict around Harvey Weinstein almost 7 years ago. Because these brave women in this case broke their silence, millions and millions and millions of others found the strength to come forward and do the same. That will always be the victory. This doesn't change that. 10 years ago, we could not get a man like Harvey Weinstein into a courtroom. We also need to understand that the legal system has never served survivors in this country." Following this conviction in New York, a civil trial awarded $17 million to dozens of other women who had accused the former movie magnate of abuse. Weinstein is not the first high-profile man convicted in the wake of the #MeToo movement to have his conviction overturned. Comedian Bill Cosby was found guilty in 2018 of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman, but Pennsylvania's Supreme Court found he was denied a fair trial and set him free. This has led to women of Hollywood raising questions on the legal system that lets sexual predators walk free due to loopholes. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.